Today we are going to feature the women's sports card record breakers from 2005 through December 2022. All the cards that at one time or another were the biggest seller for women's sports cards. And of course, we can't do this without going back to the Babe Didrikson card, 1933 Sport Kings. That one had the stranglehold for the longest time as the women's sports card record holders. This Babe Didrikson 1933 Sport Kings PSA 8 sold for $6,553 August 12, 2005 at Memory Lane Auctions. And then this one, a PSA 8.5 version of the same card, sold for $17,045 August 12, 2017, 12 years later at Memory Lane Auctions. And then the same card, different auction, Babe Didrikson PSA 9, $24,000 August 28, 2020 at Heritage Auctions, only to finally be broken by the modern sports era. Mia Hamm's 1992 SI Kids rookie card for $34,440 June 27, 2021 at Golden Auctions. And then at Golden Auctions, Serena Williams 2003 Net Pro International Series Auto Apparel PSA 5 sold for $43,200 October 24, 2021. Then Serena's other card, her 2003 Net Pro Glossy Elite PSA 10 sold for $55,200 January 8th, 2022 at Golden Auctions. That same card sold for $96,000 on January 23rd, 2022, but it wasn't a record because this one was at $117,000, Serena's 1999 SI Kids rookie card. And then this card, Serena's 2003 Net Pro International Series Auto Apparel PSA 7 sold for $120,000 March 13th, 2022 at Golden Auctions, only to be later surpassed 2 months later at Golden Auctions again for $266,400 May 22nd, 2022 when this PSA 8 sold for that amount, the record that still stands today, $266,400 Serena Williams PSA 8 Auto Apparel. So this is quite a breathful. That's 9 different cards dating all the way back to 2005, 2022. Babe Didrikson held the dominating dynasty in the beginning, and now Serena has a stranglehold on all the top cards today. But what stands out about these cards is they have skyrocketed in value. I mean, it took 15 years for these Babe Didrikson cards to 4X, going from $6,500 to $24,000 when that PSA 9 sold in August 2020. 15 years after the initial card, PSA 8 sold for $6,500. Incredible. But if you look at what's happened in the last 2.5 years, the escalation has been incredible. It only took 2.5 years for these other cards to 11X. This recent explosion has a 439% year ROI. It started off with this Mia Hamm card when there were only 3 PSA 10s today. That back then there was only 1, so the bidding went crazy and went up to $34,000. Then this Serena card, there was only 1 PSA 5 out there. It sold for $43,000. Then we saw this Serena's. A lot of people thought this was her true rookie card. It sold for $55,000, broke a record. And then a few weeks after that, one went for $96,000. That wasn't even a record because this one on that same day sold for $117,000. That's when prices just went crazy and everybody was jumping onto women's sports cards. And I shouldn't say everybody, but I should say a lot of billionaires and millionaires were getting in on the action. Here we go with the Auto Apparel again. This one sold for $120,000. There was only 1 PSA 7, still is. There was only 1 PSA 8, the highest grade. There is a PSA 7.5 that hasn't sold yet, but this kind of gives you the picture. There were only 8 PSA 10s of the Serena SI Kids card, 29 of the Net Pro Glossy Elite. So these cards are rare and scarce, and that's why we see this escalation in prices. Look right here. That Babe card was $24,000, PSA 9, and there hasn't been one that sold since. I'm very curious what it would go for today if there's 4 different PSA 9s out there, if someone put one of those up for sale. That being said, there's also 4 PSA 8.5s, and there's 15 PSA 8s. So I think I've kind of given you a whole breakdown of everything that's going on with these cards. 9 different record breakers, but really when you get down to it, it was Babe Didrikson and Serena Williams dominating most of the action, with a Mia Hamm aberration thrown in between. That really jump-started the modern sports card era for women's sports cards. Thank you for watching.